This is Jack White for the Capital District Growth Team with the Monday morning message for April the 20th. We're recording this at the close of the Southwest Virginia Regional Conference in Wytheville. We've had so many good speakers and so many good ideas. And one idea that hit me particularly came from our District Governor-elect Don Dudey, who is here with me. Hello, Don.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. You set the light bulb off, and we were talking in a session earlier today. It was about bringing people in, new members into the club. We hear that everywhere we get together now. But this is sort of turning it around backwards from what we normally think of. You normally think you go out and say, well, we want women or men or young people, old people, whatever. And you bring them in, and then you try to find something that your club is doing or might be doing to fit them with. But you sort of turned the cart around before the horse and approached it different. Can you tell us what your thought was, Don?
Well, what I was saying was we were kind of developing our strategic plan, and I was asking the club presidents and the members in the class that they ought to increase their service hours. And one of the ways of doing the service hours is either take an existing program and do more hours with that one, or bring in a new service project. And when I said that, I meant you go out and find a project that your community really needs, and whatever that is, it matches something. And then, because it's a need within the community, then you can go out and recruit people that have that same passion for that particular project,
Or some skills to match it.
Yeah, you get those together, and you're matching the skill and the individual and the interest to the project. So then they can really grab a hold of that thing, and then they may not be a member at the moment. They may work with it for a while, but then later on, you can probably be able to get them if you don't get them the very first time. So in a sense, you're getting the project to be used to get your new members. It's just like going out and finding if you don't have a service leadership program, go out and find a school that needs a key club. And then when you get the key club, then you need to find parents or individuals that are interested in working with that and use that as a vehicle to bring additional members into your club.
And the same thing, if you think about it, could be used with some existing projects that you have in your club. And if you do a riding program on one of these, where they put kids on horses to give them confidence, then find people that are interested in riding, bring them in to service that.
Yeah, you take your existing service projects and key in what are the skills and interests there, and then, in a sense, target the type of individuals that might want to work with that. They may have worked with you before or not. So, yeah, you're using the service project as your method of getting your members involved, or your prospective members involved with you.
And I told you a story of something that happened in our club I'm not proud of, but we had a retired executive who was sight impaired. He could still get around. And I got him into the club, and he made it known to the people who were leading it at that time that he would like to work on a program for the sight impaired. And they ignored him and sat him at the table, and in a year he was gone, maybe less than a year, because that was what he came in and wanted to do, and it didn't work out for him.
Yes, that's very true, and I've seen that also, and it's a shame. You've got to get the individuals involved in something that they're interested in, or they're not going to stay. And so that's the way we're saying, is to get that service project to match the individual, and then you're going to be much more successful.
Don Dudey, that's a great thing for all of us to think about. Take it back to your club and let that be one of your recruiting tools. For the Capital District Growth Team, this is Jack White, and another Monday morning message. Thank you for listening.